Test, test. All right, here we go. All right, today we'll be covering a bunch of different books here for y'all to see, to learn. If you've got to share any tips too, if you've got any tips, let me know. Otherwise, I am here. I normally do these on Instagram, but I decided to change it up a little bit, put it on YouTube for now. Some of these are going to be submitted over to CGC, so we will get some after results with official grades. Otherwise, if they do not, I still take before and after. I'm sorry, but I still take after pictures once they come out of the presses. That's about a 24 to 48 hour thing there. So, unfortunately, it's not like I can go here and show you the results immediately. Well, once this thing gets edited, it'll be immediate, but whatever. All right, up first, we've got Red Planning XM239. Key issue here. Just a basic cleaning is going to be necessary on this. Let's go ahead and add a couple of the banners here. Let's go ahead and pick up that one. Again, this is going to be a basic clean. What I'm doing right now is stuffing the book to support this spine. Basic clean, however, I forgot this was Mark Jewelers. So we're going to have to deal with that accordingly, which means extra filler. First, let's use the basics here. Grab a little bit of SRP. Just to protect the comic from the glue on the insert. Forgot to do is turn on the heat pen. All right. Deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Comments. Thanks, buddy. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I don't even know if you can hear me. This is the first time I'm doing this on YouTube. I normally do it all on Instagram Live. And that's fun. Get a lot of nice people like that. Well, if you're here, man, check it out. Drop a comment if you got any suggestions. Otherwise, questions, concerns, let me know down there as well. I do this commercially, so I do this for clients. This particular client's got a huge stack with me. This is the last book, I think, in that stack. So we'll get this one over to him. But I am still accepting submissions too, so if anybody needs your books cleaned and pressed, you can hit me up on Black Market Comics, any one of the social media platforms, or even here too. You can reach out here on YouTube. what you're watching it, or if you're watching this on another platform later once I stream it. Oh, yeah. Drop. What you're seeing next is an absorbing document cleaner. Anything that I'm doing to this book right now is with the expectation that it's going over to get graded at CGC. So I don't want to do any restoration work unless somebody specifically tells me that, okay, it's my book, I need a spine roll correction, or I need some color touch removal, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. We're going to do this very lightly from spine to edge. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of staining on this one. Not much I can do with that though, because it is in the colored area. Now, let's make sure this didn't leave any residue. It typically doesn't, but I never take chances when it's not my book. All right, let's go ahead and start on the front there. With the same putty, the same method from spine to edge here. Yeah, it's tacky. It kind of sticks to the cardstock down there, so you want to be careful. And I typically only move it in one direction. If you're moving in two directions and it catches on the edge, that's how you get tears, homie. We don't want any of that happening. Again, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. This is the first time I'm running through StreamYard on YouTube, and I want to make sure it's working. Just a few more passes here to take off anything that's sitting on the surface. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is all the dry cleaning that this book is going to need. There are some creases along the spine here, but nothing that's ticked. So we're going to let the press do its thing. And this one, and we're going to move on to the next book. This next example is going to be a little bit different. This is a deep clean. Deep clean. The thing about this book here, X-Men number 49. Let's see, I need more light. Sorry if there's a hot spot there. You're going to see that. That's the light reflection. I need to see what I'm doing here, and that means creating those light hot spots so that I can see the reflection back of any kind of dings or dents. Dings or dents. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and protect this book before we start working on it. And this book does absolutely need a press here. The thing about the spine roll that's happened on it is that I think that staple placement, because look, that spine, that's the edge. If it was a roll, you would see an overhang of the interior of the book. In this case, nothing is overhanging. It's all perfectly placed, which means that the staples were misplaced at manufacturing, which doesn't really mean anything from a grading perspective because everything is lined up nicely. All right, just finishing off the stuffing with cardstock to support the spine while we work on it. And then we'll start off with the dry cleaning process. I'll get into what the deep cleaning is once we start that. But everything that you're going to see from beginning right now is a dry clean. I'm also, like, this is going to be an initial pass to feel what the interior of the book. Make sure that there's nothing in there that's kind of stuck to it. Food particles or worse. Because when we press that, it'll press through the entire book and you end up with holes and stuff like that. It's not good. But I don't feel anything on this book right now. And I don't feel any kind of like residue from glue or drinks. But we still are going to peroxide this page down. Now, I'm not sure if it's grabbing this because of the light reflection, but do you see the newsstand date right there? I typically leave those alone. The ink is now, okay, let me start from the beginning. I leave those alone because if I start messing with them, it will do potentially more damage than the flaw itself or the writing itself is causing on the book. Typically, CGC is only going to account for that stamp if it's the difference between like a 9.9 and 9.8, 9.6. They say 9.6, by the way, which is negligible. It was such a common practice that I always recommend leaving it alone. I never mess with those because the risk involved is like too impactful to the overall condition of the book. Back to the absorbing. This is clearing up the gloss that's on top of this book. We just kind of buffed it a little bit. Now, if there was grime, we'd shave that off too with some melamine. In this case, though, this book is clean. So I think most of the work in improving this book is going to get done in the pressing. So all this is just polishing up that gloss to make sure that it looks good to the grader once they get their hands on it. Just a few times. I'd say 5 or 6 rolls, complete rolls from top to bottom are fine. Let's go ahead and take this, make sure that there is no residue, which there never is. Front cover now. Swap out one of the banners here. Say hi in the chat, folks. Let me know where you're from and if you can even hear me.